hope was inspired, but the Knicks still fall to the Utah Jazz 108-93. Now this is a game where the Knicks actually came out really strong on the offensive end. They did a great job setting up Evan Fournier for off-ball screens and open looks from three. And Fournier, he would have 11 points in the first quarter, but it wasn't all Fournier. Outside of him, Alec Burks and RJ Barrett both combining for 14 points at the end of the first quarter. But while New York was able to have this 5-point lead heading into the second quarter, things soon began to slip away, and this was due to a scorching hot Jordan Clarkson and some bad Knick possessions where they turned the ball over. And the Jazz were really able to open it up in the second quarter. They went on a 13-3 run to start off the quarter, and they carried that momentum into the half where they would end going up 60-53. Now, the third quarter featured much of the same. The Utah Jazz were in total control, but it was Donovan Mitchell who really came to life. He was driving to the basket with a lot of aggressiveness, but he was also kicking out to his teammates who did a great job of helping him out and hitting open jump shots. And the Utah Jazz, they would jump to an 85-73 lead going into the fourth quarter. But the New York Knicks, they were not done yet, and Emmanuel quickly, he provided a burst of energy in 8 fourth quarter points to bring the deficit within 4 points. But it wasn't enough as the Utah Jazz were able to close this one out with a 15-4 run and claim a 108-93 victory. Outside of the Knicks' struggles, the story really being Donovan Mitchell. 36 points. We know he's from New York, how much this game means to him, playing in Madison Square Garden. And after the game, he talked about his friends and family being at this game and the job he did to get Utah Jazz the win.
It's really not even the game. I think the biggest thing is really the external stuff. And it's fun, seeing friends and family, being able to do that, but also understanding that we've got to do, I think that's what our focus was all day. Understanding that, we can put ourselves in the right position, for the playoffs, and keeping the main thing, regardless of what's around. But it's always a blessing to play here, in front of my friends and family. People who've seen me, play since I was 3, like literally watching me shoot on mini-hoops. To be able to go out there and play well and also get a win as a group. That means a lot.
When I look at tonight's game, the turning point for me was when Quickly and Obi Toppin were checked out for Julius Randle and Evan Fournier. This happened when they were down by 6 with 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go. The Jazz would then go on a 4-0 run, and before Quickly was checked back and with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left, the momentum was already in the Jazz's favor. They would end up going on a 12-0 run that would lead to a 15-4 run to close the game. And with the Knicks, it really just shows they need a consistent scorer, someone they can run the offense through. Too many guys at the hot hand, and while Quickly was the hot hand, you have to run it through him. You still don't have the faith in Julius Randle to come in, even though he struggled all day, and help you win the game. The pace slowed down way too much when Randle re-entered the game. You need someone to keep the pace alive, that you can really run this offense through, and that's what the Knicks need to really try to find in the offseason. I think RJ Barrett can be that piece, but you need to find the right mix of guys to make that happen. The Knicks will be back home Tuesday night. I'll have that game for you against the Hawks, but until then, with WFUV Sports, I'm Michael Calamari.